Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, back in action with the 1987 Supermod. I am your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. The game is loading right now. Whoa, something just happened where our spot show did not take place on Monday like it was supposed to. That's because it's set for week 3, or week 2, instead of week 3. See how that works, folks? See how that works? All right. So, we're going to have to call an audible here. And that's all right. We can do it. So, we'll change this one over to Thursday. And then this spot show 16 will be for Tuesday, which is today in the game world. So, our wrestlers just got a day off of rest. And I will confirm that that's the case here. And it is. Okay, so this is what happens, folks, when you don't pay attention. Little stuff like that happens. So, let's go ahead and get that loaded. And while we're doing that, this will take no time. We're back at the BEMIDJI Events Center. So we are rolling back into Minneapolis to record the TV tapings for All-Star Wrestling and Championship Wrestling. So on the way back, all the way from Winnipeg, we're going to stop off in Bemidji at the Events Center, and we're going to do a fundraiser we're going to say it's for the Lions Club. We're going to raise money for the Bemidji Lions Club. All right, let's take a look at our backstage incidents, and we have all protege work, so that's good. And a lot of it. Wow. A lot of mentors and a lot of proteges here. That's good. That's healthy for a company to have that. Even Bobby Backlund took John Paul under his wing. All right, nothing but the usuals are out for tonight. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at our card for this spot show here in the Bemidji Events Center. All right, in our opener, we're going to have Malia Hosaka battling Reggie Bennett in a match of 2 former enhancement talents. Jerry Sags is going to face Derrick Dukes in singles action. Alan West is going to face Colonel DeBeers. Soldat Ustinov is going to battle Scott Steiner. Doug Summers is going to challenge Greg Gagne for the World Television title. And in our main event, and it is a big main event, the Fabulous Ones are going to face the Midnight Express. Now, let me double check that Steve Kern is not one of our missing wrestlers tonight, because it is possible that he is. So here we are. And let's go to the first match and let's see if Steve Kern is on the roster. I went through that pretty quickly and didn't look. And of course, Steve Kern is not here. That's what I get for not double checking this. Terrific. That's because he is the... Well, we got to scrap that main event, everybody. All right, Doug Summers and Greg Gagne is the new main event. And this this game cracks me up. And the semi-main is going to be Von Raschke and McDaniel versus the Midnight Express. Okay, there we go. All right, so Hosaka versus Bennett. Going to open this one up here with a 12-minute match. And we're going to leave this one open-ended. It does not matter to me who wins. Both these ladies could use a win. So, it's cool. All right, moving right along to our first tag match. That one's going to go 14. And we have, I'm sorry, it's another singles match. That's okay. We're just going to feature one tag match tonight. That's fine. So Sags versus Dukes. It's fun to change things up and do things differently on these spot shows. There's Derrick Dukes. And there is Jerry Sags. We're going to leave this one open. It doesn't matter to me who wins this one, because both of these guys could use a win. All right, West versus DeBeers. Another 14-minute bout here. And Colonel DeBeers is on fire here lately with his feud with Ron Simmons. And Colonel DeBeers is going to win this one. He can win it clean. That's just fine. Next, we have Soldat Ustinov and Scotty Steiner going 16. And you want to talk about some beef in a ring. There is some beef in a ring with these two guys in there. And don't be surprised if there's some potato bombs thrown on each other here too. Because both these guys were a bit clumsy at this point. Not Sergeant Slaughter. Scott Steiner. There's that sound I hate. Went too far with the S's. Hit Sergeant Slaughter. There's Scott Steiner. And Scott Steiner is going over here. Next, McDaniel and von Raschke versus the Midnight Express. There's McDaniel and von Raschke. And there is the Midnight Express. And we have both the Midnight Express locked up now with exclusive contracts. So that's huge for us. And we are going to have Dennis Condrey go over. And that's going to be my manager cheating. The Bemidji Event Center is a pretty big place. I think we're going to get over 3,000 seats filled. I just can't remember offhand. All right, 25 for the main event, and it is Summers versus Gagne. And the world television title is on the line. There is Doug Summers. There's Greg Gagne. Outside of the penalty for holding back, this should be one hell of a match. And there it is for an epic. And we are going to have this one go to a DQ finish. Greg Gagne is going to win, but it's going to be by DQ. So there we go. All right, somebody's got too much to do here. And Jimmy Mitchell is once again refereeing too much. All right, let's go ahead and get rolling. We're at our typical time for a spot show. And serious red text the doom, but Reggie Bennett gets the win. We're going to have to go in and check Reggie Bennett's finisher. When it just says wins by submission, usually means she doesn't have a finisher. So next, we have Sags and Dukes. Jerry Sags gets the win here. And this match gets a 52 overall. Sags is over. He is over now in the Midwest region. That's a good thing to see. Next, Colonel DeBeers gets a win with that pancake pile driver. And how's Alan West doing up here? West is doing okay. Just getting penalized for some inconsistency. Fair enough. All right, Ustinov and Steiner. Steiner gets the win. Both these guys get a decent score. We get a nice score overall. Look at that, 66-64. We get a 68 overall. Excellent. Of course, they both get hit with the old holding back and the inexperience factor, and we're used to that by now. Next, von Raschke and the Midnight Express get a nice score for a spot show of a 75 overall. And of course, the Midnight Express get the win after Paulie dangerously interferes. There's the holding back penalties. Wahoo's showing his age. The Baron's showing his age. What are you going to do? It's AWA in 1988, and those two guys still sell tickets. So there we go. There's the answer to my question. 4,000 people go into the Bemidji Event Center. So we have a very nice, for only a 6-match card, we got a very nice showing here of 4,000. That's going to put some serious money in our pocket. Look at that. The main event gets a nice 81 overall. Doug Summers way outscores Greg Gagne, which is a little surprising. Maybe Doug Summers doesn't get penalized for holding back. He did. So we get an 81 overall. But Greg Gagne gets the win by DQ here. And this one is in the books, my friends. 77 overall for a spot show. Very nice score. And of course, we have television tapings coming up here next, and I have not programmed those in yet. I will soon. It's a lot of work calculating, figuring everything out for the TV shows, but I will get that in. And our next show is going to feature our television tapings for the next 2 weeks. Ooh, look at that. Al Perez signs with the WWF. That is a blow to world class. Wow. Hosaka is tired. DeBeers is tired. I'm tired of hearing it. All right, Mick Foley wants a pay request or a pay increase. We can give you $200 a show. That's fair. He's done pretty good for us. So I don't see anything else too much of interest here. I get scared to look at these NWA shows because they're so poor. And that's one with a major main event, though. The Road Warriors and Blanchard and Anderson. 95 overall. That's some heavyweight action right there. And then all the rest of this is just weird stuff. They got such a deep roster, and the AI doesn't use anybody. I'm scared to look at Pro. Pearl Slam. They got a tag team called Pearl Slam. This is exactly why I don't look at this stuff. Let's see the Louisville Garden show. Lawler over Rich. 99. Wow. This isn't a bad card at all. The other one we just looked at was terrible. Phil Hickerston's still wrestling. Wild West Wrestling is $780,000 in debt, and they continue to put on shows here. And Mr. Olympia, of course, is the heavyweight champion for that promotion. In real life, in July of '87, Wild West went under and merged back with World Class, is what actually happened. So they have lasted a lot longer than they did in real life. There's Deep South at a TV taping with a whopping 3,700 viewers. Oh, that's great. That is great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here for us for this one. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and share this video with your friends. Join us in conversation about the Supermod on Facebook.com/groups/1987Supermod. And last but not least, if you, and yes, I'm talking to you, would like the 1987 Supermod for yourself, version 7.0, go to braddrake.net, drop me a line, and I'll be more than happy to send you a link to our Google Drive page where you can download not only the picture pack, but also the database. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for those TV tapings.